Today's Monday. We're combining again. Well, trying to. Moisture is right on the border, about 15%. My dad would like to have it just below 15% because we don't have any drying facilities. We can't harvest it any higher moisture than that, really. I think it was Thursday or Friday I last did one that I'll try and get up soon. Friday night we went, I can't remember what I was doing in the day, but that night we went up to a farm at Colston and I bailed the headwinds off that field. But then we had an early night that night. That was about 11:30. Then next day didn't get going till late because we had a cow calf and had to get a few things ready in the yard. So yeah, I didn't get going till about I think it was about 3:30. Got out to the farm at Colston, did a couple of rows, and then the bill hook on the lot snapped. So I drove back to the yard about another half an hour, get it all fixed, and then get back up there. So I wasted an hour doing that. So I got up there and started baling at about 4:30. So I was about 150, 180 acres behind their combine. So I wanted to get that done that night. So I did. I went till about 2:30 that morning. To get it done. So I was pretty knackered out that night. Then next day, which was Sunday, as yesterday. I'm not really sure what day it is, so just can't figure it out. It's a bit of a problem, but yeah. So yesterday was Saturday, so I had to go quadrant baling for a farmer. Took pretty much all day to do that, and then after that, I got told that there was meant to be rain today at about lunchtime, 12 o'clock-ish. So that night we went a little bit late. I went on the chaser, chased up a few bales. Then we got all the trailers out. So we had lorry and drag, 2 Arctic trailers, 2 teleporters and trailers. Yeah, and that was it. So we were able to finish picking up the bales off that farm. That was last night. We finished at about 11:30, 12 o'clock. So started early, started at 6:30, got out the yard, went and carted the rest of the bales back from that farm. Then I went up to Caldicott where we did our first combining, picked a few bales up that was left up there, got them all picked up back to the yard. Then we thought it was going to chuck it down with rain, so we waited around the yard a bit to see if it was going to rain or not, see if we wanted to get balers on. In the end we didn't, and we went bale cart. They're still bale carting at the moment. They're carting from a farm up between Gambling and Pot up there. We've got a big stack up there that needed carting back to the yard, so they're still doing that at the moment. So yeah, they're doing that, and then I got a phone call from my dad asking to get the grain trailer on, the start, corn cart. He's been up here. He came up a couple of hours ago, but the moisture was just too high, so he's left it for a couple of hours. We're trying it again, and it's right on the border of about 15% moisture. So yeah, we're trying to harvest this because we've got a customer who wants us combining at theirs start of this week, so might have to go over there tomorrow. Which is a bit of a pain because we want to get hours done. That's what we have to put up with when you're a contractor. So yeah, we're doing this at the moment. Should be baling really. It's dry to bale, ready to bale really. But don't really want to be getting my baler on again tonight. It's a bit of a hassle getting the balers on, even without sledges anymore. It's still a pain. We've got quite a bit of straw down at the moment. About 100 acres I would have thought, maybe a bit more. But yeah, it's been a lot better day than what they said it would be. I said we were going to have quite a bit of rain, but we haven't had it. It's a bit annoying because we were just having well, not a lazy day, but a bit calmer than usual. Where we could have probably gone bailing all day. The other day when I was up at Gibson's, I was having a couple of problems with the knotters on the new baler. It seemed to be dropping quite a few strings for some reason, but I don't know why. All the knotters seemed fine and nothing wrong with them that you can see. But I might have to get weatherheads out to have a look at it, give it another chance, see if it behaves itself. Yeah, I'll try and get these videos up soon, but at the moment it's just flat out. We're doing 15-hour days. Well, that's an early night really. It goes from about 13-hour days to about 20-hour days at the moment. Well, probably not that much. Probably longest day I've done is about 19 hours, 18-19 hours. So fair day, but did get a lot done. I'm starting to get a bit sick of bales now. Been doing it all week pretty much. All week's been baling. I've probably done a couple thousand bales this week. But yeah, I'm glad to be on corn cart now. Bale cart wasn't too bad, but we were carting back Hestons and they're pretty dodgy carting them back. They're so tall. We had someone have a go at us because we're knocking branches down. But it's not our problem. Well, it's not our fault. The trees are too low. We're below the height limit, which is about 16.5 foot, I think. We're way below that. It's just roads around here, the trees aren't looked after and they overhang onto the road. Cars come up behind you wanting to overtake. You come under a tree, knock a few branches off, they go off the back of the trailer for the straw, and then land on the cars and go in front of them, and they have a massive go at you, even though you're doing nothing wrong. Yeah. The old boy who's working for us there, they had a go at him. Someone pulled out in front of him and stopped him and had a go at him because he was dropping branches on the floor. But yeah, when they do that, ruin the daylight. But yeah, you put up with it. But yeah, we've slowed down a bit today. But if this is going to stay dry, we're probably going to have a late night getting this done. We've probably got about 150 acres of wheat to harvest of our own. And then we've got a farm up at Caldicott, just outside of Caldicott towards Shefford. There's a bit of barley, I think, a bit of rape and quite a bit of wheat. I think that's what it is. But their rape didn't do very well this year. And I didn't have a large amount of it anyway, so that won't take long. But then there is another person who we do combining for over at Great Barford. He's got 200 acres of spring barley, which is a good thing really that it's spring, because we're busy harvesting our own and we're busy up here doing our own stuff at the moment, as well as doing the baling contracting. So yeah, it's pretty busy at the moment. Most farmers are, but being a contract, you're that bit more busy and have to worry about more than one combine. It's a lot harder than working on most other farms. I'm sure there are other farms that do go all night, and most farmers do go all night, but it's a hassle when you've got one baler following about 10 combines. It's a struggle to keep up with them all. But yeah, it's been a good day. Well, alright day. We haven't done a great deal. Brought in quite a few bales into the yard. We started our first stack on the yard. We've got quite a few stacks out in the fields that need bringing in. I think there's about, where they are at the moment, there's about 400 bales where they were. Another 400 bales up at Great Barford. And then a small amount here at Sutton. They're stacked up in their hours, so they can stay there for a bit. And then a few little bits and bobs here and there. We've got another big stack over at Colston where I did the baling over there. There's a big stack over there that we'll be carting. But yeah, most people have finished the rape now. There's still a few little bits about. But most people are on the wheat now. Ours is a little bit green in places, but I think we're going to combine it anyway. There's so little of it that's green, so might as well combine it. Yeah, most people have started wheat. There's still barley being done, but most of the barley's been done, and I'd say we're about halfway through harvest. It's been very quick, this harvest. It's been about 3 weeks since we properly started. Our harvest usually tends to go into September for the baling, like to get the last of the baling done. We usually go into the first couple of weeks of September. But as soon as that's done, we've got all this ground to do, about 400 acres. It's not a large amount, but we got the horsepower, but we just don't have the cultivation equipment for it. Like we've got fairly decent sized ploughs. We did have a good sized power harrow and set of spring tines, but that was about it cultivation wise. Does the job, but it would be nice to have newer and a bit more variety of equipment. Some people say that the culti presses are good. We've never tried them before. They seem to work well on ploughed land, but we're old fashioned in the way we do it, so we plough all our ground, my dad does like to use the power harrow quite a bit. Does use a fair bit of fuel on it, but it does do a good job. And then we got the spring tines for the light work. Then we usually bring it down again with the power harrow, and then drill it. The drill does bring it down a bit finer as well as. So the field work's not too bad. It's a bit bumpy in places, and on the headlands you can feel where the furrows have been if you're going across. A bit bumpier than they should be really, but it's not been too bad this year. All the fields are pretty nice and smooth, able to go pretty fast with tractors through it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm sure the next couple of days are going to be very busy. Combining the farm up at Caldecott, and I'm sure the baling will start again tomorrow, because they're forecasting about 3 or 4 days of good weather, and this weather's been a lot better than what they said it would. They said that there's going to be big storm coming in that might stop us for a couple of days, but we haven't had it. We've had a few showers here and there, but nothing much. It's almost pretty much dry already. So yeah, tomorrow we'll be baling again probably. But yeah, it's been good harvest so far. Pretty cream cracking now. Everyone is. Had some late nights. Graham, he was on the round baler till about 5 o'clock one morning. The baler does well when it's dampish. Seems to roll it up better. We usually do that in the evenings and mornings when it's too damp to be big baling. But he went till about 5 o'clock in the morning. He started about 9ish at night. Then went all the way through, got it done. But yeah, it's been. Yeah, that's about it. And I'll try and do a couple more this week, depending on what gets done and if there's anything else to say. But yeah,